anything on the reports of any interaction between the program and independent living services. And so I believe that that should change. So
and how many counties does your program cover?
just one.
Just the San Diego County.
All of San Diego
right.
County
okay.
now. So.
Okay.
Well, we work with 3 states, and just a little background. I'm on the SILP for Arizona and SRC for Arizona, but all of our assistance from in terms of interaction with an independent living centers from San Bernardino, Fran Bates, Rolling Stone. Start. I always say it wrong. I got it right. And in actuality, she and Tony are on our advisory committee, and we had one last week. And they are going to piggyback on our Honoring Abilities Conference, which is going to be in November. And they're going to do a focus group. We're going to do a focus group so that we can find out about what are the needs of our community. Her grant is asking, she has a separate pile of money that she wrote a grant for. I think it might be part of the stimulus package. But American Indian peoples living in our geographic service area, and looking at what are the needs, are there any needs to have an independent living center in that area. So, and I actually contracted one of her people when they were moving, so my VR counselor has experience in independent living, which is a great marriage, because it really, she can interchange her hat at any one time and provide really great services. So, and we don't have any, we just recently acquired 2 consumers that are living in Laughlin, Nevada, so we're going to be forced now to find out where the independent living center is there. Everything for our community is about a 4-hour drive away.
Right.
So,
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's not like they can just come around the corner and provide a service. We do parent, from San Bernardino, we have our training, advocacy training for parents with children with disabilities, and out of that, one of our parents and another tribal another tribal agency, we have become very strong advocates for this parent who is struggling very much in the school system, trying to provide her son the necessary an education. So overall, San Bernardino has been a great partner, and they take care of all of our needs for all our consumers without it impinging on, because there isn't any money involved. It's,
right.
You know, most of everything is advocacy and on the phone. And the gal that helped us with our advocacy training and independent individual education plan is available over the phone, and we're also looking to have her come down and help during times when people really have to advocate hard for any services, because she's very strong in her advocacy skills and IEPs. So we're really very blessed. So I have a happy relationship. Everyone, thank you.
Well, this question's pretty simple. I work directly with Tanner, so we have a really good, working relationship. Whenever we need, I can refer people to her. We do. We communicate on a month, or not a month, but a weekly. We see each other.
About a daily, most of the
So our relationship's good. I mean, we're in kind of We service Lake and Mendocino counties. I had one of my counselors who moved down from Eureka and said, "Wow, Ukiah is like a service mecca, you know." So, you know, we have a lot of services in our area. So, you know, Tanner sits on our advisory board, and whenever I need advice, you know, I call Tanner, and you know, she gets back to me really quick, and we have a really good relationship.
And I was actually part of our N.A.I.L.P grant, our agency early on when I first started in '95. We had a Native American community organizing project, and anyway, basically the one of the goals of that grant was to collaborate with some of the tribes in our 10 county service area, our 10 tribal service area, and gets two or at least one of the tribes to apply for one of the then 121 grants to start a tribal voc rehab program. And anyway, so the tribe that we worked with at the time submitted a grant and didn't get it, but then the next year Pinoleville tribe submitted their grant, and they were awarded in 1999.
I believe so.
I believe so. So yeah, so our ILC, or our Ukiah office, has definitely been working with the tribal communities ever since then, and specifically the Pinoleville VR program. So that's really helped.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, my history starts with Tanner, with Ron, and with Peter, working out of the Ukiah office. And so the relationship, as far as I'm concerned, has been very, very helpful for all of the communities that we serve, which is Lake County and Mendocino County. And since then, I've moved. I am now down in Santa Barbara, the Santa Barbara district, still with the Department of Rehabilitation, doing the same job, just doing it down in Santa Barbara district. Peter didn't like that part, but he let me go. These guys let me go. And so what I'm finding is that, and I was talking to Joe about it, in Central Coast, California, we're not seeing the services. It's not that the services are not available. We're not seeing people actually participate in and take advantage of the services that are available. And so one of my assignments, or my main assignment for my new supervisor, is to do the outreach and actually develop a caseload to do just that. Reach out to New Cuyama, reach out to Solvang, to Buellton, those areas that are not being served, or I should say underserved, because it's not that they're not being served, but they're being underserved. And so really trying to find a way to work with the Shumash up in that part of the county. So it's been a very interesting, because I'm so used to being supported and just pick up the phone and there's Ron, or pick up the phone and there's Tanner, and I don't have that pick up the phone and there's
Somebody.
all right, I have to establish that, and thank goodness I have these folks to work with to help me understand how to open the doors. I know how to open the doors, I'm just not really sure how to open, because it was so natural with the two of you. You know, we've been together so long, now I've got to learn how to do it all over again, because we've been together so long, we've worked so well together. So that's what I'm up to now. So yeah, you guys sent me from here down here.
We sent.
Oh,
Okay. We let her go.
Yeah.
And we're appreciating it too.
Yes, awesome. Mr. David?
Pass.
Well, independent living services, you know, Chris is the second director of program to work with. And, the first director had sent people out, and since then there's been a shortage of money, so we haven't had direct services. You know, so that's why when I'm on the silk, I said, well, we need to do this. So that's all.
And I'm the district administrator for Napa, Sonoma, Mendo, Lake Mendocino, Humboldt, Del Norte, Siskiyou, Trinity, Shasta, and Tehama. I wrote it down. And I have the pleasure of having two Voc Rehab 121 programs in the area, the Hoopla, Urock, and Nollyville with David and Vaughn. And what I've experienced through that process is to see the community outreach by both these programs, who have actually gotten folks into training programs out of dependent situations. And the frustration for me and all of us in the rural areas is that there just isn't enough money to go around. Our ILC centers are tremendously valuable to us because we don't have a lot of nonprofits. And one of the things that's happening in this era is the nonprofits, the big ones are eating up the small ones. And so we're losing resources. I was just telling Chris, supported employment services are almost nil up north because we don't have providers. So really our ILCs and our 121 programs, they become key community handholds for people. And of course, unemployment in most of our rural areas is, 12 to 16%. So it's really high, and there's not a lot of industry. Our ILCs aren't getting the support they once got. So it's a very difficult time, and yet I can't think of programs that are going to move people out of poverty and into work and independence as our ILCs and our VR programs do. So we really try to partner as best we can with these programs and to share our knowledge. That's about what we've been able to do. And to also partner with client cases sometimes so that if there's an expensive case, we can kind of work our resources together. But that's what our goal is with these programs. And I'm very excited about this whole process. It's really needed.
We serve Humboldt, Del Norte, and Trinity County, and I have this figure that I've just learned because the silk is coming next week and I have to describe this area to them. We have over 8,000 square miles of a very rural area that we serve. We have on board 5 staff. When I first started, we did have a person that did go up to Hoopa and provided services once a week, and that was wonderful. And now we're not doing that. We don't have the person power to get up there, and I regret that. I feel like we should be doing much more in partnership. David has served on our board. He's always provided somebody from the Voc Rehab office up there to sit on our board, and that's been really valuable for us. And I recognize that we should do much, much more. It's why I'm excited about getting involved in this program. My dream model has always been that we identify a person from one of the tribes up there to become a ILS, an independent living staff, that can come down and visit us once in a while, or we can go up there, but that can talk the talk and walk the walk. And the other part of that dream is that somebody else will pay for it. No, because that's why we haven't achieved that dream yet. But it's, I feel like that would be a great relationship. There's 8 tribes in Humboldt County alone, and there's the United Indian Health Service, which is a pretty good program. And I didn't realize that your program served Humboldt County, and that's something I'd like to know more about. I just feel like there's lots more that we could be doing, and I don't think we are. So hopefully being involved and representing the tribes in our area is really important. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, and again, outreaching and helping each other serve our clients. I've been, again, harassing, executive directors with ILCs and our own executive directors through the years about about working with the tribal community.
I like to harass.